Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning and welcome. It's Nurse Richard the Wax Wizard. Thank you for joining me for this compilation of which I can remember bits of it, to be honest. Not all of it. But they were fairly standard removals. I think the first one was an almighty chunk. It's a Bobby Dazzler of a lump. It was like a lump of coal. It was when it came out. It was quite gooey on the surface. So it was quite a young lady as well. This might have been under 18 actually, from what I remember. Came with her mum. I seem to. You forget why you walked into a room at my age. Never mind the details of all these patients. I do apologise. But yeah, it was quite gooey. But then as it started to come forward, I started to realise that there was more to this than meets the eye, which is why it took a bit of trouble getting it out. But it does all come out in one big satisfying chunk, so it is well worth sticking around for. What else have we got in here? I think we get out the Cawthorn hook a bit later on one particularly stubborn one. And we've got one that was a post-infection removal, some nice deep stuff. So yeah, a bit of everything, but nothing too complicated. I have had a lot of complicated ones in recently. It's just finding the time to upload them and edit them and narrate them is proving difficult because clinic is incredibly busy at the moment, which is a good thing when you work for yourself. It's a bit worrying when you're quiet because you've obviously got to still got kids to feed. As you can see, I've managed to wrestle this out and look at the size of this. Oh, I forgot. There we go. Better late than never. I should have had that ready. That one really deserved a big pop. And it's just left behind a few little bits, and then there's so I've got onto the fine tube there, and there's a bit of sticky stuff around the outside. Now you do need some of that, but I removed a little bit of it with a fine tube just to tidy it up. It might help become slightly less itchy because I remember saying it was quite itchy. So lifting up a little bit of the dead skin out of there will help to some degree. What can I tell you about anything else? Don't know, to be honest. I haven't planned to talk about anything in this video, which I'll be honest, I rarely do. Sometimes just things pop in your head, and whatever pops in. And I'll leave it in, regardless of what it is. I can't say I've ever stopped a video halfway through and thought, oh no, you can't say that, you can't do that, or that was rubbish. I wouldn't have time to do these videos if that was how I approached them. That I didn't keep all the what I thought could be a bit rubbish bits in. Literally everything's kept in. No editing, no second takes. The only time I've had to do second takes is when, and I've done this once with an hour-long video, is if there's any technical problems, like you forgot to turn the microphone on, you forgot to press record on the camera. I have done that. That's the only reason I've recorded it. I've had to re-record things sometimes, but yeah, generally it's just one take wonder. A little bit more tidying up left to do here. I'm looking at it again thinking, yeah, I probably didn't need to. It was more than enough what you got out to there. Yeah, there is a little flap of skin there sticking out, but there's absolutely no need to start peeling that all the way down. This lady, I do remember. This was a lady, I think she was maybe in her 30s, youngish lady, and she had been treated for an ear infection by a doctor some fair few weeks before she saw me, but still felt like her ear was irritating. Again, her problem was itching more than it was being blocked. As you can see, and she's ended up with this, when you get this post-infection debris, it's obviously a few layers of dead skin. Sometimes you get discharge that's kind of fallen down onto the ear and solidified a little bit. and sometimes you can end up with this like chewing gum consistency. I don't think it is actual chewing gum. I've never found that in anybody's ear. But that's kind of the consistency that you often get with ones like these that are really stretchy and quite firmly stuck to the side of the ear. I'm using the fine end tube because it is quite a small piece. I remember the look on her face was quite disappointing when she was watching it on the screen. She said, "Oh, that looks massive." And then when you pull it out and show them, they're like, "Is that it?" That's often why I don't do ruler shots, you know. It's always disappointing. There's very few that are bigger than a couple of centimetres. They're always underwhelming. That's why I, generally speaking, don't bother. So a few little bits of skin to peel away there. Nothing major, but might prevent her getting a problem in the future. What else have I been up to? I still can't think of anything. It's the start of rugby season, which is always quite a big deal in our house. Obviously, that plays quite a big part, certainly in my life and my youngest son as well. And all the family, we go to all the games of our local team. If you're wondering what they are, they're called the Lee Leopards. Creole caused quite a stir they did in the last few years. They rebranded, and all the kit was in leopard print, and it's which is a bit weird for a rugby team. It's kind of like a love it or hate it type thing, but it got people talking. I think, as the owner said, there's no such thing as bad publicity, and it worked. Fair play to him. They're quite successful now. They've been in the doldrums for a very long time, but they're doing quite well now. So yeah, we always look forward to them starting and our season starting as well, where we begin to play more games. Obviously, I coach rugby as well, as some of you all know. And so we're just getting our boys ready. We're doing pre-season training, which involves what we call give them a beasting. What that means is trying to get them fit. And now they're already a really fit bunch of lads, but you can never be too fit when it comes to rugby because it's quite a cardio-intensive sport. It's constant running. Not so much like in the other version of rugby, which is rugby union. Don't get me wrong, you need to be fit to do that too at the top level. But some different positions need different body types, I suppose. Some just need to be huge, but in rugby league, which is what I play and coach, all the players are relatively the similar size, and they just all have to be extremely fit because it's a constant non-stop game as opposed to the other one, which is a bit stop-start. So we're looking forward to that. I still do play every now and then. We're going on a tour this year, actually, which I've not been on. It's part of the reason why I used to play, to be honest, just to go on tour, go on a outing with the boys to another country, find another team, and it's just an excuse for a bit of a booze up, to be honest with you. But this year's tour, we're going to Belfast. We found they don't generally play rugby league over there, normally rugby union, but we've managed to find a team over there. So I'm looking forward to going playing them. And I've never been to Belfast before. I've been to Dublin and a few other parts of Ireland in the south, but yeah, never been to Northern Ireland before. So I'm really looking forward to that. Should be good fun, but I won't be able to tell you anything about it because what goes on tour stays on tour. So as you can see, I've got my trusty Cawthorn hook in here, which I did have made for me, and very kindly, Alan from Chef Med, if you're watching, thank you very much for doing these. But I've bent all but one of them. I'm quite clumsy when I'm not in someone's ear anyway. I just dropped a few, and yeah, I've bent them. So this is my last one, so I'm trying to be really careful with this one. But I've just seen I'm on Connor's other videos. I believe he's found a good new Cawthorn hook as well. So I've just been badgering him on WhatsApp, trying to send me the details of his the supplier that sent him them. Hopefully they can send me some too. The only reason why I'm on the internet is just to get sent free stuff, for no other reason. But if you are watching, random Chinese company who sent Connor some new Cawthorn Nooks, address is in the bio. Feel free to send me some too. It looked like it worked to some degree, that it brought it forward, but it's just got trapped between the first and the second bend in the ear here. But it looks like it got a decent grip of that, so it just needs a bit of a wiggle and a jiggle, and it should be coming out very shortly. Let me get this ready. There we go. I forgot dad joke of the day as well. I did have my book ready. Oh, let's do the pop early. Go on, let's have a couple. I wrote a joke about German sausages, but it was the worst. Oh dear. No, I've read that one before. Oh, goodness me. I know some jokes about retired people, but none of them work. Very good. Did you hear about the Scarecrow Award? Outstanding in its field. It's finished this, hasn't it? 2 more then. I think I might have bad posture, but it's just a hunch. Let's make it a good one, the last one. I used to play the piano by ear. Now I use my hands. Let's have one of them. Right, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did enjoy it, feel free to tell me. Leave us a comment, like, share, subscribe, follow. Do you know what? Do what you want. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I'm not going to beg anybody. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. But for now, take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da.